Hello everyone. Hi, welcome to another IELTS class with Swoosh English and Connetics. My name is Grace. I'll be your IELTS teacher for today. It's great to see some people joining us today. I'm going to ask Jennifer from Connetics to come in and join us, and we're going to have a little chat about exactly what it is that we are doing. So welcome, Jennifer. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
Yes, not too bad, thanks. It's still a little bit dark here, actually, because our clock's changed. So I hope you can see me okay.
I can see you. Your lighting is always fantastic. I face a window, so you always see some sort of silly reflection all over me. So thank you so much for having me on today, Grace. I really appreciate that. For anyone who does not already know me, I'll just go over a little introduction really quick, and then I'll let you continue. My name is Jennifer Olchenbruns. I'm the IELTS support specialist here at Connetics USA. My role here is just to get you to pass your IELTS exam the first time. We have partnered with Swoosh English several years ago, which is great, and we just worked side by side to get you through the process and get you through your review to pass your exam. So, the first step is your NCLEX, and once you finish your NCLEX, then you will be handed off to me with your case specialist. So that is my role, and that's where I come in. I'll just go over a couple things really quick. We have a success path here for you with a couple different 7 phases to be exact. So the first step is your NCLEX. Like I just mentioned, everyone does need to pass their NCLEX along with their IELTS. So that's the first step. You've got your for equality to qualify. To qualify as an RN, you do need to pass your NCLEX and prepare for your exam. Apply to take the test and then pass the NCLEX exam, and you will be ready and good to go. We also have a scholarship for that as well, so definitely reach out to ConneticsUSA.com and we will get you going on that. Phase 2 is your preparation for your interview, screening match interview. We will try our best. Maybe someone, I'm sorry, I was reading the comments. Someone said maybe I'm not speaking loud enough.
I can hear you okay.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay, good. Your preparation for your interview, we will try to get you set up with the best candidate and the best state and put you in a desirable area. So that's kind of part of the process. And your phase 3 is the visa framework. You're looking at a TN visa or your green card. So your case specialist will let you know exactly which avenue you'll be taking for that. Then your phase 4 is your licensing and your credentialing. So you're looking at your English exam. Obviously, that's why I am here. So most of you do need to take your IELTS exam. Some do not. If you're like, for instance, Jamaica, and you boarded nursing is from some other state here, there's a little requirement. So you are exempt from having to take your IELTS, but the majority of everyone does need to take their IELTS exam. The get ready plan is your phase 5. You're looking at the financial side, the language, and the clinical immigration, and then you prepare for your transition, which is a huge deal. And if you are up to date on watching maybe our Connetics page or our Swoosh Connetics page, we just had Miko, so he's kind of a big deal. He just got here. He's actually, I'm almost certain he came to Savannah, and I think he's visiting his sister. So that's exciting. So that is your get ready plan for your transition. And the arrival sequence, you're looking at your orientation, your training, a whole lot of different things. Your housing, that always comes up. So that's a fun experience. So, and then enjoy and prosper. And you'll be here and live your American dream. And moving on, we have a couple things here for you. Connetics IELTS program and assets. Isn't that nice? Complimentary IELTS review course. Connetics, on behalf of Connetics, we are paying your review 100%. all-inclusive included your review, which is very, very nice. Not the exam itself, just the review. Your free IELTS classes weekly. We've post those in our Telegram group all the time. Like what we're doing here with Grace. We've got these all during the week. Monday and Tuesday, we've got a couple. Wednesday, we've got a few now. Wednesday and Friday is the new grammar class, essential grammar class that's been added, which is really nice. So you've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And if for whatever reason you're unable to make it, that's okay. It's recorded. So we also have that option for you as well in your review. Your study group and study partners. We do ask that everyone who is enrolled in Swoosh that you be a part of the Telegram group. If you're looking for a speaking partner or a group, it's much easier to find you in there. Me and Grace is busy. A lot of, there's a few of us that are trying to help you find a speaking partner or a group. So your Facebook group, like I just mentioned, if you are not already in our Connetics Swoosh group, please find that. It does ask you to answer a couple questions. It's not too bad, details, and then we'll get you in. If you are trying to get in there, I know this week's been a busy week with trying to get new people in there. Feel free to reach out to me in the Telegram group, of course, and I will get you in our Facebook group much quicker. Our WhatsApp group, Telegram, like I just mentioned, we were on WhatsApp, and fortunately, we outgrew that group. So now we are strictly on Telegram. So kind of exciting. We are working on almost 1,000, working towards 1,000 in the group. So that's a huge deal. So the Connetics IELTS specialist is offered to you, not quite 24/7, but most of the time, and that's me. So if you do have any questions, reach out to me via WhatsApp or Telegram. You can reach me at my email, jennifer@conneticsusa.com. Okay. And then you've got your monthly IELTS raffle that we're doing once a month, the last Friday of the month. If you're active in your review, participating in the Telegram group, it's really very easy to see who is active in their review. I'm able to pull that up, and if you're active, then you automatically qualify for a chance to win the raffle. And what is the raffle? The raffle consists of your IELTS exam paid for, not the travel, but your IELTS exam paid for. So that's kind of exciting. So a lot going on here. I always try to spit it out in a short amount of time. I say it's only going to take me 5 minutes, but there's always so much to say, Grace. I'm sorry.
So much on offer.
There is. There's so much to do here in Connetics. Like Tanya always says, now is the time. So the scholarship program, what you're looking at in the review itself, there's 8 modules and 8 milestone tests. So we do ask that you work through all of the modules. Unfortunately, I get too many nurses that say, I'm here, I've got time to study now, and I have scheduled my IELTS exam in 2 weeks. What can we do? Not a lot. 2 weeks does not give you enough time to work through the review. So that's why it's a thorough process of the 8 modules at the end with the milestone test to let you know, are you ready for the next one? And once you've completed all 8, you'll know whether or not you're ready to actually sit for the exam. We offer 20 writing corrections, which is really nice in the review. And there's 24/7 feedback on that. So don't you worry. Sometimes the weekends can get a little busy, but you will definitely hear back from the Swoosh team. Recorded live classes from ex-IELTS examiners. So you've got Grace, you've got a whole handful, Elisa, and then Alexandra. So there's a handful of them, and they're all super nice. And I just see Grace and Alex most of the time. I don't think I've ever got to do anything with Alyssa yet. So you've got your mock exams at the very end of common question. At the very end of your review, if you scroll all the way to the bottom of your review, you're going to see your mock exams. Okay. So that's a common question. Where or how do I find those? So you go to your dashboard after you log in, scroll to the very bottom, and that's where those are. Your speaking partners, I already went over that for a moment. Pretty much ask for a speaking partner in the Telegram group. That is the fastest, easiest way to do that. Just state your location so we can try to match you up with someone in your time zone. That's the idea behind that. And then we'll get you going. My wonderful assistant now is helping me. Her name's Monica, and she'll definitely be a part of getting you a speaking partner and or group. Around the clock support from Swoosh and Connetics, which is very true. We do have to sleep, but the good news is we are all on different time zones. So if you have a question that can be answered by the wonderful Barb too, she's always very active. She's more on the, I guess, on the other end of the Swoosh team. We've got Grace, and I'm always there bugging you. You guys are probably going to be maybe a little tired of hearing from Jen again, but what do you do? So anyway, I'm in there, and yeah, that's about it. So our main goal here is to get you to pass your IELTS exam. So a lot to say, a lot to do, always busy. We've probably got about almost, I don't know, 1,000, probably 1,000 people in the Swoosh pipeline through Connetics. So that's pretty amazing. We have grown like nobody's business.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's good. And let's not forget the passers. Let's not forget the passers. I wanted to bring that up. We had like 52, I think, for the month of January. We had somewhere in the mid 40s for February. March, we had 43 passers. We're already just over 100 to meet the quota for 2021. That's pretty amazing.
Yes. So nice to always like hear from students posting in the Telegram group saying that they've passed and the scores that they got. It's lovely to see that.
It is. And it's all the nurses. It's amazing what they can do when they, they put their mind to it. It's amazing what they can do. So yeah, it's pretty great. So
great.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jennifer. Very informative as always.
I try to talk as fast as I can, and it is what it is. So very informative, a lot of information. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to me and all of that. Okay. So I'll see you in an hour.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jennifer. See you soon. Bye. Okay. Lovely. Well, I hope everyone found that information informative and useful. Let's get started with the class. Okay, so the focus of our class today is going to be to look at how to organize your ideas in part 2 answers. The last class that I did, I found that a few people said to me that the most difficult thing in part 2 is organizing their ideas. So I thought that would be a great focus for our class today, as it is definitely important, but can be very difficult if you don't know how to do it. And after we've looked at that, we will practice answering some part 2 speaking tasks. Okay, so just a little reminder of the assessment criteria and some questions to have in mind while you are listening to your classmates or other people completing the task. So pronunciation. Was the speaker's pronunciation accurate, natural, and easy to understand? Okay. Fluency and coherence. Did they speak at a natural pace? So not too fast or too slow. A lot of people think that in order to be fluent, they need to speak very, very fast. That is not the case. It's better to be clear. And did they use language to logically connect their ideas? So linking words and phrases. Grammatical range and accuracy. So did the speaker use a range of grammatical structures accurately? So of course you do want to show off the range of grammatical structures that you can use. And lexical resource. So did they use a range of appropriate vocabulary accurately? So these are the 4 areas to keep in mind today when you are listening to your classmates, and it would be great if people could post their feedback into the comments, into the chat on these 4 criteria. So let's get started then. How can we organize our ideas? Before I give you some ideas, I'd like everyone in the class and watching on Facebook, YouTube to write a comment into the chat. How can you organize your ideas for IELTS Part 2 speaking? What are some techniques that you already use? So I'm just going to give you a moment. I can see in the class today we have Leylin, Jay, Jobert, Jasmine and Normi. Welcome everybody. I would love to see your ideas. So how do you organize your ideas for part 2 speaking? There's a couple of things you can do. Jay says make a list. Exactly, so list your ideas. Yep, Jasmine says use connectors. Yes, definitely. Jobert says write the topic. Also make notes on the topic, Jobert. Yep. Yep, you've both said 2 very important things. And the one I'm going to mention today is the making notes. Leylin says mind maps. Yeah, if you want to use mind maps when you're making notes, that's fine, whatever works best for you. So the idea is that we need to use the preparation time wisely. And I can see that Jasmine has predicted what I was going to say, find the keywords. So yes, when you get your topic card, you need to find the keywords in the question and then make notes. So I can see that Jay said make a list. Leylin said make mind maps. Both of those are great. It doesn't matter how you make the notes. And then you need to organize your speech, okay? So yes, Jobert, 3 objectives, so 3 topics to talk about. I think you'll find on the topic card, there's actually 4 things you need to cover. So we're going to look at that in a second, okay? And yes, Jasmine, you definitely should be mindful of which tense to use. Quite often you'll be talking about something that's happened in the past, so you'll make sure that you're using past tenses if that's the case. Okay, let's look at an example question and see how we would approach it. So the first thing is finding the key words. So if we look at this example task 2, the first thing is to find the keywords. So if you can write into the comments, what keywords can you find in this question? So for each bullet point, you'll want some keywords. Let's see if everyone... So yes, goal, good, Jay. Yep, Jasmine, yep, the goal that you achieved, okay. That's the first point you'll be covering. What about in the second point? The keywords. Yes, Jay, I can see you've picked up the hardest part, okay, in the 3rd bullet point. Yes, that's definitely a keyword. Oh, good. I can see Gail is joining in on Facebook. Hi, Gail. Yep, the goal achieved is definitely a keyword in that question. Yes, what you did. Excellent. And then there's one more in the final point. Yes, exactly, Jay. You've got it. Perfect, everybody. So our keywords are here. So first, what the goal was, what you did, the hardest part, and why important. So now you've got your keywords, you can start to organize your notes. So step 2, making notes. We're going to write keywords only. We're not writing sentences. That is wasting very precious time. Remember, you only have 1 minute to make your notes. And it's important that you try to cover every point on the card. Otherwise, you're going to lose marks for task achievement. So you've got 4 areas, if you like. We're writing keywords. So take a look at this example. Okay, so I've used a table here. So what the goal was, skydiving, 1 word, very easy. What you did. So we've got course, watched videos, meditation. So course is just the key word for me wanting to say that I took a skydiving course. Now, when you're talking, you can obviously add detail. And the detail that you add, you can maybe write some keywords on here if you like, some words to describe how you felt about the course. Watched videos, meditation. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the 3 things that I did, and those are the keywords. The hardest part, watching other people. So watching other people jump out of the plane was the hardest part for me. Why it was important, overcome fear of heights. So you can see here that each bullet point is covered. I've only written keywords, but as I'm giving my speech as I'm talking, I've got these prompts to help me. Okay, so the idea of these is just to keep you focused and keep your talk organized. Okay, so step 3 then, organize your speech. When you actually have to speak, how will you do this? Okay, so we can organize it a little bit like you'd organize an essay with an introduction, a main body, and a conclusion. Now, your introduction, what do you think you will say? Which bullet point, which point on the task card will you cover in your introduction? What does everyone think? If you can remember the task that we're looking at here, which point will you cover first? Okay, just give everyone a moment to remember. Maybe I can go back to the, oh yes, Joburg, good, yeah, the goal. So let's just go back to the task card here. Yeah, so the first point, the introduction, is the goal. Okay, and we can have some nice language here, such as, I'm going to tell you about an achievement that I'm very proud of. Okay, when I've been doing these classes, I've noticed that people in these classes are really good at that introductory statement. Quite often people say, I'm going to talk about blah, blah, blah. It's the easiest way to start your talk. I'm going to talk about, I'm going to tell you about, today I would like to speak about. Okay, that's your introduction, and there you've covered your first point. Now, your main body is your opportunity to go into detail while covering the points on the card. So the next point was what you did. So talking about what I did to achieve my goal, I must say, first of all, that, okay, at this point, I'm going to talk about the course that I took, the videos that I watched, and the meditation that I did. So I've got 3 points for this, this part of the task. And remember, you need to expand, you need to give details, okay? The next one, so the most difficult part. So it sounds funny, but the most difficult part for me was, and then you can go into detail. So the most difficult part for me about skydiving was watching other people jump out the plane. The reason for this was that it made me feel really nervous. Yeah, your opportunity to expand there. And then the next point, why it was important. So now you may wonder why this goal was so important to me. The thing is that, and then you can go into detail there. And then it's really nice if you were able to sum up with a conclusion. So anyway, in the end, I did it and it was amazing, incredible, life-changing. Remember, you need to show your range of vocabulary so you can have some nice adjectives ready here to describe the experience or to describe whatever it is you're talking about. Okay, so here you can see that we've got our notes, and then we've got how to organize our speech, just like we would with an essay. Okay, now, of course, it's easy for us to look at this in theory and say, yes, that looks like a good method, but let's try it, okay? So here is the task card that we've just looked at. I would like everybody in the class, everybody watching, to now take 1 minute to make notes on this particular task. I'm going to time you all starting now. Okay, so we've got 1 minute. Keep in mind what we've talked about. So keywords, splitting it up, covering each of the bullet points. So for each bullet point, you're only writing the keywords. Okay, think of nouns, verbs, adjectives. And it would be great if you can think of some nice descriptive adjectives there to describe the experience, to help your score for lexical resource. Okay, so that's 35 seconds gone. Just give everyone a little bit longer. I'm going to ask people to post their notes into the comments or into the chat, okay? If you've written it on a piece of paper, don't worry, but if you've typed your notes, it would be great to see them in the chat. Okay, so another 5 seconds. 1 minute goes by very quickly. Okay, That is your 1 minute up. You had a slight advantage here because we'd already identified the keywords. Now, if you've typed your notes, it would be great to see them. So could you copy them into the chat, into the comments, so I can see your notes? I know some people might not want to do this, that's okay. But if you feel confident sharing the notes that you wrote, I would love to see them. If not, I just want everyone to take a look at their notes now and ask yourself, did you cover all the points on the task card? And did you write keywords? Okay. So those are the two most important things. Let's reflect on our notes. Can you just see keywords? And did you manage to cover all of the points? I do recommend that if you find this difficult, to practice. So find some practice IELTS tasks online, or you can use the ones from today's class, and just practice that 1 minute note making part, because the more you practice, the easier and quicker it will get, okay? You should be able to write down just keywords for all of these points in 1 minute. Okay, I think probably people must have been writing their notes down, which is fine. So we're going to move on now, and I'm going to get somebody in the class to come in and practice with me using this task, okay? So hopefully the person I bring in has already written their notes. Let's take a look. Okay, I'm going to bring in Jasmine. So Jasmine, hopefully you are happy to speak today and you've written your notes. Let me bring you into the class.
Hello, Grace.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Excellent. How are you feeling about doing a practice IELTS task today?
As always, I'm a little bit nervous, but I want to take this opportunity to challenge also myself.
Excellent. That's a great attitude to have. Well done, Jasmine. Have you already written the notes for this task?
Yes, some few keywords only, Grace.
That's good. That's all you need to write is keywords. Okay, well, if you have your notes ready, then we will go straight into it. I'll show you the task again here. I'm going to put 2 minutes. Now, today I'm going to stop you after 2 minutes, okay? So if you're still talking, don't worry, I'll just ask you to stop, okay? So when you're ready, you can begin.
Okay. Today, I'd like to talk about an aspiration that I was able to achieve just recently. And this is no other than to pass my United States registry as a nurse. And for me to achieve this goal, I underwent a rigorous review. And aside from that, I also connive with my classmates for me to gather different opinions and feedbacks. And one more thing that I can remember what I did for me to ace the exam is to have a good sleep and to take my supplement for me to enhance my memory, especially that it entails a lot of memorization. And the hardest part for me is I need to travel to other town for me to attend in the review center. However, I tried my best to keep on attending because it is part of the journey that I really want to achieve. That's why I from day to day I joined the lecture and to conclude my story, I was so happy that in just one take, I was able to uh, bring home the bacon, and now I am a fully registered nurse of the United States of America.
Excellent, perfect. That was almost exactly 2 minutes, so well done. How did you feel about that, Jasmine?
To be honest, Grace, I'm I'm trying to calm myself just to for me to deliver a more organized and better answer. And I think I did my very best to deliver it.
I think you did great. Actually, the organization is the thing I wanted to comment on. That was the thing I'm mostly going to focus on today, since that's what the focus of the class is. I think you organized your talk really well. You did it exactly as we talked about. So you had your introductory statement, the main body, you covered all of the points on the card, and then you even had time at the end to summarize for a conclusion. So in terms of organization, that was excellent, Jasmine. So well done. A
Thank
few
you, Grace.
notes. So you're welcome. So I think that you used a good range of vocabulary. I really liked the idiom that you used at the end there, saying "bring home the bacon." That was great. You also talked about acing the exam. I think you said something at one point which I didn't quite catch about how you worked with your classmates. I don't know if it was collide
I
or
I connived.
connide. I'm not sure. I think maybe
Connived.
a better word to use would be collaborate. Like you worked together with your
Yes,
classmates.
yes,
Okay, so yeah, you
yes,
collaborated.
that's true.
Okay, and then
Yes,
there was just one point where you slipped into the present tense because you said the
yes,
hardest part is I need to go. So just
yes.
remember
When
yeah, exactly. I had to go, or I needed to go because you were talking about something in the past. But apart from that, it was great. Your fluency was good and your pronunciation was clear. And yes, like I said, it was really well organized. So well done. Do you have any
thank you so
questions
much, Grace.
you want to ask? You're welcome. Any questions at all?
So
No?
far, none, Grace. Good. Thank you for your feedback. At least I can improve in the next mock exam.
Yeah, well, I look forward to seeing you again in another class. Thank you so much, Jasmine. Have a great day.
Grace, likewise, Grace.
Bye. Okay, great. Thank you, Jasmine. First one down. Let's see who else would like to come in and do a little mock speaking. Okay, so I'm going to bring Normie in because I don't think I've met you before, Normie. So let me bring you in and see if you would like to participate today. Hello, Normie. Hello, are you there?
Yes, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you for asking.
Excellent. Would you like to do a mock speaking test today?
Can I do next time? Because just now I wake up. I'm
Oh, of
sorry.
course. Yeah, no worries at all. I always like to ask before. So yeah, I'll bring you into the class next time, Normie. No worries.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. All right, let's have a look. I can just see Joba asking a question here, asking if the goal you could talk about is being a nurse. Of course, yes. Really, the content of what you say, it does have to answer the question, but if you consider it to be a goal, then of course you can talk about that, okay? Anything you would consider as a goal is fine for that question. Actually, Joba, since you are participating quite a lot in the chat, I assume you would like to do a speaking test today. So I'm going to bring you in and see if you would like to have a go. Hello, Jobert.
Hi, ma'am. How are
How are
you?
you?
I'm nervous.
Oh, that's okay. Don't worry. It's very normal to be nervous.
My gosh.
Would you like to have a go at a speaking task 2 today?
I'll try, ma'am.
Excellent. Very, very good. Okay, so I will show you a new topic and I'll give you a minute to make notes. Okay. So here's your topic card and I will give you 1 minute starting now. Okay, so while Joba is making his notes, I encourage everyone else to have a go. I can see that we've got Mary on Facebook. Hi, Mary. It's great to see you. So if you would like to join the class and have a go at a mock speaking with me, please click on the link to sign up for Swoosh and Connetics scholarship program. You'll see the link in the comments, and that is how you can join one of the classes with me, like this one today. Okay, so it'd be great to have you, Mary, and you are of course very welcome. Okay, great. Okay, so Jobert, that is your minute.
Okay.
I know a minute goes very quickly, doesn't it? Are you ready to begin?
I will try, ma'am.
Okay. All right, your 2 minutes starts now.
All right. Today, I'm going to talk about a person that I really know is none other than my brother, Andrew, who is now married, has 2 kids, and he is a math teacher in the US. The reason why I chose him to be the person that I want to discuss it is because I really admired him of being an intelligent person. Aside from that, he's amiable and very optimistic. That's why every time I talk to him on telephone or on the Facebook, he always nudging me to do the same thing, and I always being inspired to do everything at work because of him. Aside from that, he also encouraged me to do a better in my work of field. As a matter of fact, he was the one compelled me to take up this exam in the US, and I was so elated. I was make it to the point that I passed the IELTS. I mean the exam in the US. And as a matter of fact, at this moment, he also encouraged me to take up this IELTS so that I can work together with him in the US. At this moment, I am so thankful for him. And if in the future, if I had a chance to do the same to my nephew or to his son, I would really encourage his children to tell his children that what his father did to me is is a measurable thing that I couldn't repay in the future.
Lovely. Okay, once again, exactly 2 minutes. So well done, Jobert. You've timed your speech excellently.
I'm running out of words. I just invented it.
How did you feel doing that?
Oh, it's a great experience actually, ma'am. But sometimes I need to think very well, think quickly, because the 1 minute is too fast. So I have to write as much as I can so that I can give the topic more clear. I mean.
Yeah, well, I recommend that you practice doing that. So practice giving yourself 1 minute to make notes on topics like that, because yeah, it's not much time. You have to think very quickly. But again, I think that you organized your speech well. It was so on the topic card, we had who the person is and how you met them. I think because you talked about your brother, you weren't really able to talk about how you met him. So you kind of lost. I mean, it doesn't matter, but it just meant that you had less that you were able to say. So you had to say much more on what qualities they have and why you admire him. So I think you did very well. I could tell at the end that you were perhaps running out of ideas, but you kept talking. And that's the important thing with these part 2 questions. If you think, I don't know what to say, just keep talking until the examiner stops you.
Okay.
And I think you did that really well. So well done. I think you did a good job at using linking words and phrases to give your speech structure. So aside from that, as a matter of fact, and you also used a very good conditional. You said, if I had the chance, I would. I think you were talking about his sons. So it's a very nice, accurate use of a conditional structure. So well done. There was one thing I picked up with the pronunciation of a word. You wanted to say the word amiable. I just wanted to
Amiable.
amiable. Yeah,
Amiable.
amiable. Perfect.
Thank
Good.
you.
But yeah, I thought you did great, and definitely just practice giving yourself 1 minute to make notes, and I'm sure it will get easier. But good job, Jobert.
Thank you, Ma'am Grace, for this experience. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Have a nice day. I will see you soon.
All right.
Okay. Right. Okay, let's bring in somebody else so I can see a few more people have joined. I think I will bring in Anne, because Anne, I don't think we've spoken before. So Anne, I'm going to bring you in and see if you would like to participate. Hello. Hello, Anne, are you there? Oh, maybe Anne is not here at the moment, in which case I will maybe bring somebody else in. Anne, if you would like to participate, just write to me in the chat a bit later, okay? I can see that Marianne is volunteering. So Marianne, I don't think I've met you before, so let's bring you in. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, how are
Good
you?
evening.
Good evening for you, good morning for me.
Good morning. It's night here in the Philippines.
Okay, we are at opposite ends of the day. Okay, well, so Marianne, have you done one of these mock speaking classes before?
It's my first time because I was not able to join because I have a work. So luckily, I was able to to join now.
Excellent, it's great to have you here. I always like doing this with first timers, so it's great that you volunteered to participate. Well done. Okay, I'm going to show you a topic card and give you 1 minute to make your notes, okay?
Okay.
So here you go, and here's your 1 minute starting now. Okay, so just encourage everyone at home watching to make some notes for this question as well. Have a go. You can always record yourself after class doing the task. Okay. So I'm just going to give Marianne a few more moments to make her notes. Okay, Marianne, that's your 1 minute. So when you are ready, begin speaking, okay?
Okay. So the place that I love to visit or to go during weekends was our farmhouse. So it was located in the southern part of Luzon. So I usually visit that place every weekend or whenever I have time or it's my rest day. So that place is my actually my parents' hometown in my mother's side. So actually my parents live there. So they've been there for almost 10 years. So it's around 30 kilometers from my place. So I love to go there because there are lots of things to do because we have a, a farm there. We have a rambutan tree there wherein you can pick different kinds of vegetables and fruit. And there's also a river wherein you can swim. And I also uh, walk around, and sometimes I went to a mountainous area near to our house, and went there because it's a very serene place. And almost other people from our town usually visit that place because that place is very beautiful and you can find different kinds of big rocks and you can swim also in a cold water.
Oh,
So I really love that place because of course I can also visit my parents when I go there.
excellent. Well done. Well done for that's the 2 minutes up. So well done for managing to keep going when you realized you have more time left. That is the right thing to do. So well done. How did you feel doing that task?
Maybe I think I need to add more. Uh, that's how I feel. So actually, I was able to do some uh, mock test with my speaking body, but it's my first time to in front of an IELTS expert.
Okay, well, if it was your first time like this, then well done, because it can be very difficult the first time if you feel nervous, but I think you kept very calm and you did achieve the task well. So you gave a nice introduction, you covered all of the points on the task card, and you managed to keep talking for the full 2 minutes. So well done. I think that something that you can think about doing for future tasks is trying to show a greater range of vocabulary. So maybe with a task like this, thinking about some nice adjectives you could use to describe how you feel about the place or the place itself to really show your range of vocabulary. Okay, so that's something that you can think about for future tasks. I think that you were quite accurate with the grammar that you used, and your pronunciation was nice and clear. So well done. And yeah, I think my recommendation is thinking about more range of vocabulary to really demonstrate that in your IELTS exam. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much for your feedback.
Thank you so much for joining, Marianne. It was nice to meet you, and I hope to see you again in another class.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye. Okay, lovely. So always nice to have people coming in for the first time. We have got time for another person, so let's have a look and see who else I can see in the class. Okay, Rachel, maybe I will bring you in if you would like to participate. I'm going to bring you in now and see if you want to have a go. Hello.
Hi, Grace.
Hi,
Good
how are you?
afternoon from here.
It's really great to have you here. How do you feel about having a go at an IELTS speaking task?
Okay, I've never done it before, but I can try.
Oh, that's great. No, if you've never done it before, that's an excellent reason to have a go now. And yeah, don't worry, everyone's always a bit nervous, but that's good because it makes it feel like a real IELTS exam almost. But don't worry, we're just practicing today, so try your best and I'm sure it will be great. Okay. Okay, I'm going to show you your topic card now. So here you go, and I'll give you a minute to make your notes, okay? Okay, I can see a few people on Facebook asking how you can join the class. If you see in the comments and in the description for this post, you'll see a link to join the Connetics and Swoosh scholarship, okay? So this is if your dream is to work as a nurse in the USA, then Connetics and Swoosh can help make that happen. You'll see a link in the chat, and there's also a link in the description where you can apply for your place on the scholarship. Okay, so I can see, yes, Mary Herole, I hope I've pronounced your name right, and Joy asking how to join. So yeah, just follow the link in there so you can sign up for the scholarship, okay? All right. Okay, so Rachel, that is your 1 minute. So when you are ready, you can begin speaking, and I will stop you after 2 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so a memorable event was my mom's 50th birthday, and that was in 2015, March 15th, 2015. So it happened in Lagos. We made a surprise birthday party for her, a getaway party somehow. It was on a boat cruise here in Lagos, Lekki precisely. I was with my sisters, my elder sisters. I'm the youngest, most of her are friends. And my mom's sister, one of her sisters, came into town, though she didn't know about it. But my mom didn't know about her coming in. So we brought her in. It was a surprise. And we just told mommy that we're taking her out. And she was surprised. She too didn't, she has not gone on a boat cruise before. So she was shocked. I was like, what? Where are you people taking me to? And like, mommy, don't worry, it's just something, she laughed. I'm like, are you pull up to something? Like, yeah, but it's still a surprise. But on getting there, every other person was there. It was just I and my immediate elder brother that had the task to take her there. We got there and she was like, a boat. She screamed. She saw everybody, friends, her elder sister that she has not seen in a while. We had to, she was a bit emotional about it. All of us were emotional about it. But yes, there were lots of pictures. She had to cut her cake. It was a huge one. She had all her gifts. She was happy, and we all had fun. That was a major part of it, and it was something we knew. While we were planning, that she won't forget easily. And honestly, she has never forgotten about it either. So we're thinking of doing something else for her very soon, though. But along the line, something to make memorable for her.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Rachel. I really enjoyed listening to that story, and it sounds like you had a really wonderful experience. How did you feel doing that task?
I was anxious, but it was cool. I
Yeah,
could get used
okay.
to it. I could practice more.
Good. Well, congratulations for giving it a go. I think it was great. One of the things that I really picked up on while you were speaking was that your intonation was really good. So the intonation, the rising and falling of your voice, to add meaning to what you're saying. It's really important to use that in your IELTS speaking exam to show that you can use the intonation in that way. So I thought that was one of the strong points of your talk. You also, the grammatical structures you were using were very accurate. So I didn't hear too many mistakes with tenses. Obviously, you were describing a past event, so your tenses were quite accurate. So well done. One thing I noticed, you said we made a surprise party. So a more appropriate verb for that would be we threw a surprise party. I'm going to write it into the chat. We threw a surprise party. Because we say to throw a party instead of to make a party, okay? And yeah, I think just in general, you can probably, like I said, who was it? Was it Jasmine? No, Marianne, about trying to use a greater range of vocabulary. So perhaps some adjectives to describe how you felt or to describe the party itself. So that's something that you can focus on is vocabulary. But in terms of pronunciation, intonation, very, very good. So well done.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. It was lovely to have you. I hope to see you again in another class sometime.
Definitely. I will be there.
Excellent. Have a great day, Rachel.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Okay, we have time for one more person. Oh, I can see that Anne is saying you would love to try. Okay, Anne, I will bring you back in and you can have a go. Hello.
Hi, Miss Grace.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm great.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay. You would like to have a go at a speaking task?
Yeah, I just want to give a try.
Okay, excellent. I'm glad. So I'm going to show you the task and give you 1 minute to make your notes, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so here is the task, and I will give you 1 minute starting now, okay? Okay, I've got Joe Burt's asked an interesting question here. In speaking part 2, is it okay to say you know? I think, Joe Burt, you mean like when you say, oh, you know, like that? That's what you mean. Yes, that is definitely okay to say, because that shows that you are quite comfortable with the language, and that is definitely something that a native speaker would use when they're talking. They'll say, oh, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's quite informal. But that's okay, as long as you're not saying it a lot, and as long as it's natural, it's fine. It is quite informal, okay? But of course, for this IELTS speaking exam, it's not a very formal situation, so it is okay to use colloquial language like that. Just make sure you're not using it too much, and it should be natural, okay? I hope that answers your question. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I gave you a little bit too much time to make your notes there, Anne. You had a bit of extra time. But when you're ready, you can begin, okay? Okay, Anne, are you ready to start?
Okay. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
The memorable moment I want to reminisce that holiday was the birthday party of a friend, and that happened 2 years ago. That birthday party was a surprise for my best friend, so we decided to invite a circle of friends, and those friends also working with us here in the hospital. So we choose the place Jeddah, which is 2 hours ago from our city. So we decided to we rented a car for that trip, and we organized a program or a party to be held on that occasion. So on that day exactly, we traveled from here to that resort, which is about approximately 300 kilometers away. And before we arrived there, we passed by some restaurants to buy some meals or some party supplies to prepare on that event. So after we arrived on that event, we started to decorate, and we did a party, singing, dancing, and spent the whole time there. We also took a lot of pictures, and the following day we tried the swimming pool. We swam in the ocean and enjoyed the sunrise. And other than that,
Oh, okay, Anne, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to stop you there because that is 2 minutes.
sorry.
So that, yeah, no, you managed to keep going. How did you feel doing that task?
I got anxious because speaking with a native examiner is quite different from uh, a local, same tank with me.
Yeah, well, no, it's very normal to be nervous, don't worry, but it's very good to practice because in your IELTS exam, you probably will be a little bit nervous. So it's very good to practice speaking in situations where you feel nervous because it replicates the exam in a way. It was great that you kept talking for the full 2 minutes. You even had more to say. So that's really good. It is important to keep keep talking for as long as you can. And you were covering everything on the task very well. Something to point out for you. So you said reminisce, which is a lovely word to use in this situation, but we need to say reminisce about something. So reminisce about a holiday that I went on, for example. So we need it with that preposition, okay? And then just one other thing, you said 2 hours 2 hours away. Oh, no, sorry. You said 2 hours ago, I think, to describe how far you traveled. But for when we're talking about distance, we'd say it's 2 hours away. So we
Sorry,
went to
yes.
a place 2 hours away from here.
Away,
Okay,
yes.
2 hours ago is like we're talking about the time in the past. It was 2 hours ago, yeah? But apart from that, it was great. You were using the past tense well. There were a couple of times where you missed the ed endings, but most of it was good. Yeah, you were. Oh, I can see that Anne has left. She says, "Thank you for your comment." Oh, you're very welcome, Anne. So yeah, I was just summarizing by saying that overall, great that you kept talking for the full 2 minutes, and yeah, just those couple of comments to think about. You're very welcome, Anne. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, everyone, we have, it's been great to speak to so many people today, but we have come to the end of our class now. I'm going to invite Jennifer back in, Jennifer from Connetics, to talk to you a little bit about the IELTS scholarship. So here she is again. Hi, Jennifer.
Hello. Hi.
How are you doing?
Good. It's me again. Am I coming in clear?
Yes, you are. Loud and clear.
Good, good. All right. Well, thanks for having me on again. Another wonderful class. Thank you, Grace. And thank you for everyone who was able to show up today. I'll make it shorter right now. I will try. My name is Jennifer Olton Bruns. I'm the IELTS support specialist again here at Connetics USA. My role here is just to help you pass your IELTS exam. Smooth and possible. I think that sounds good. Just to make it happen on the first time. So after you pass your NCLEX, you are always handed off to me from your case specialist. If you have any questions about that, always reach out to me, and we will get you going. So let's see. You can go ahead and head over to Swoosh Connetics USA. Sign up today and we will get you going. I can also get you going. So let's see. What do we have here? We've got our IELTS scholarship program. What does that consist of? We've got 8 modules with 8 milestone tests. So you're going to work through your review with 8 modules. And try to keep that in order, if you will. All right. Try not to skip around, because the best way to achieve your scores is to finish the modules all in order. And at the end, we do offer the milestone tests for you, so you can see how well you are scoring. If you don't like your the numbers, if you don't like your score, you're more than welcome to redo it. So I do see nurses retaking a module or 2. We also offer the 20 writing corrections. We also have with that comes the 24/7, for the most part, 24/7 feedback from one of our great people at Swoosh English. They will correct your writing and they will get right back to you. We also have the recorded live classes from the IELTS examiners like Grace herself. So we've got a handful of them, and they're always ready to teach you everything you need to know about English. If you miss a class, unfortunately, feel free to go to your login to Swoosh, and your recorded classes are in their dashboard. That's what I was trying to say. Dashboard. Sorry. Your mock exams are also on the end of your review. Scroll to the very end. Some people want to know, where are they? Scroll to the bottom of your review, and there are your mock exams. Okay. We offer the speaking partner. So if you need that, I always suggest please make sure you're in the Telegram group. You automatically will receive a text message from me as soon as you are enrolled. to join our Telegram group. I also send out friendly reminders. If you're not in the Telegram group, please download Telegram and I'll get you in the group. That's the easiest way for me to answer any questions for you and to get you speaking partners and or a group. Around the clock support from Swoosh and Connetics. So I'm always here. Swoosh is always here. You could put a, whatever question you have, you can direct it towards me or anyone else in the Telegram group is the easiest way. We've got the Connetics IELTS program assets. What does that consist of? We've got the complimentary IELTS review course. Connetics, on behalf of Connetics USA, we have 100% scholarship paid for by us. So your review is 100% free. Not the exam itself, my apologies, but your review, which is really great. Free IELTS classes weekly, which is very true. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We've also added new, I say new, it's still sort of new, on Wednesday and Friday. So those are the essential grammar classes. Very, very helpful. So a couple of classes all throughout the week. I think it makes 3 on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. So if you missed that, you can go right back into your dashboard, like I said, and go to your live classes if you do miss it. Free study groups and study partners, like I just mentioned, you're going to find that in Telegram. Make sure you're in Telegram. I will get you set up, and or Monica has started with us too, which is really great. She's right on top of trying to get you matched up for your time zone, which is great. Free Facebook group. Like I mentioned earlier, we've had a lot of activity this week, which is good. If you are not already in our Connetics Swoosh Facebook group, please find us and we will get you in there. A lot of tips and tricks on how to pass the first time. Free WhatsApp group. We were in WhatsApp where it was 250 and we've outgrown that, which is exciting. So we are pushing 900 and then we'll have 1,000 in our group. So that's a lot. We've expanded in a huge way just a little over a year. So it's been a busy year. Connetics IELTS support specialist. They've hired me for that. You believe that? They still keep me here. So if you have any questions, I'm here to help you. You can reach me via WhatsApp or Telegram. My email, Jennifer@ConneticsUSA.com. If you're looking for my WhatsApp, I'm on WhatsApp. The number isn't here anymore. I'm so sorry. But you'll find me around. And then we've got our monthly IELTS raffle for Connetics. So what does that consist of? We do a raffle at the end of the month. Every Friday we do a raffle. And if you are in your review, if you're active, working through your milestones and your writing corrections and partnered up with a speaking buddy and active in your in the Telegram group, we know if you're active, you automatically get a chance to qualify for the raffle, which is exciting. So every Friday. So I don't know, I guess in about 3 weeks. It already feels like we're all through April, but I guess it's only like the 8th. It already feels like the end of the month. Oh, crazy. So anyway, you want to stay tuned for that, all right? And see who is going to win. Yeah, so, all right. And then what do we have here? I saw GB, and that was a name I recognize from the chat. So I think from yesterday, GB. I spoke to them yesterday. Anyway, so what do we have here? We've got a success path. We've got a few phases here. We've got one, like I just mentioned, you do need to pass your NCLEX. And once you pass your NCLEX, you've got that out of the way and your head is clear. Now it's time to move on to your IELTS exam. We don't want you to work on these 2 reviews together. It's just too much. And you don't want to do that. We want you to pass the first time. And if you're trying to work through 2 reviews, and if for whatever reason, because I've been getting a lot of emails that you are already enrolled in your NCLEX, just let me know, and you won't receive any more notifications while you're trying to pass your NCLEX. Just let me know. Reach out to me, and I'll update your file so you don't get any of my emails about passing your IELTS exam. So that's a big one. We don't want you to feel overwhelmed. So your step 2 is your preparation for your interview. That's a big deal. Screening, matching interview. So we want to make sure you are matched up with the best facility and state, and you'll go through that entire process. So that's kind of exciting. The visa framework, that's going to be your phase 3. You're looking at a TN visa or your green card. Because I deal with the IELTS side of it, I do not know all the details of that yet. If you have any more questions about that, your case specialist will be definitely the one to ask about that. Phase 4 is your licensing and credentialing. So that's exciting. That's kind of where I come in. You do need to pass your English proficiency exam if required. And for most of you, it is required. And if you're here today, it's probably required. So if you're here and you don't need to take it, well, I'm not too sure about that. So you probably, I'm sure, need to pass. So, but you can do it. You can do it. Don't you worry. And that's why you're here. Phase 5 is the get ready game plan. Go big or go home. You've got your financial, your language, and everything just to prepare you for the huge transition just to get here. So it's probably scary times, but it's exciting at the same time. You know, a new country, a new state, a new city, a new job, a new hospital. I mean, it doesn't get more exciting than that. So phase 6 is your arrival sequence. All right. So I see some things going on there. You're going to be looking at transportation. Ooh, how exciting. You're going to buy a new car in a new country. I can't even imagine if I got to go to another country. I learned the language, a new job. I'm driving a car, probably maybe on the other side of the street. On the other side, I know in a lot of countries, they drive like on the left side versus the right side. And I'm not really a good driver anyway. So I guess I've had years of practice. So that would be fun. That would be fun. You're looking at your housing being brand new, all of that. So the final stage phase is enjoy and prosper. You're going to come here. A lot of people are going to Kentucky and all over the world. We always talk about the food part of it, the food, enjoy getting here. Kentucky, for whoever's going to Kentucky, KFC's always talked about. And the food's always brought up whatever state you're going to. So there's so much to do, so much to see, so little time. So, yeah. So anyway, I was just reading the comments. So I like to read the comments and talk. I shouldn't try to do both, right? Like chewing gum and walking. If you're blonde, they say don't do that. So anyway, yeah, thank you so much for having me on. I always enjoy coming in here and seeing everyone. And you had a live class today. A lot of people, so that's great to see. I like that.
Yeah, lots of people joining in, lots of people on Facebook. It's great. Just before we go, I wanted to remind everyone that our next IELTS speaking class will be on April the 22nd. So please do join us again in a couple of weeks for our next class. It'd be great to have everyone back again.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Grace,
Thank you so much, Jennifer,
taking the time to do this every day.
Yeah, thank you. It's great to see you. And I hope you have a lovely day. And everyone else, thank you for joining in. Thank you for participating. And yeah, have a great day, everybody.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, everyone.